Hey, it's you! Come on in, we've been waiting for you.
We have a new soap today from Hwayeon Soap Company.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
What? On Wednesdays and Saturdays.
We are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, come on in. Welcome.
Yes.
So I wanted to tell you for our mention today, I got an emergency phone call from my best friend. And he is...
The good kind. The good kind.
He is starring in Guys and Dolls in San Francisco at the San Francisco Playhouse. They're going to be doing a 2-month run here coming up.
Yeah.
And he's playing Nathan Detroit. So the emergency phone call had to do with, I need to shave my beard for the director's run tomorrow.
So
Step into my office. So we packed an emergency bag and we rushed over to his house. Y'all, it was amazing. So this is what I would suggest for our mention today. In the wet shaving world, I often get asked, how come I didn't come into it sooner?
Right? Why didn't we know about this?
The reason is, I didn't have anyone to help me. Y'all, I mean, plain and simple.
Right.
I had even been given a little shaving kit from Trader Joe's for Christmas that had a little brush. We've never talked about this.
I
And a
forgot
little
that.
soap puck and other things like that. But like,
Then what?
I wasn't clear on why this was so cool or how this was so cool or how to use it. And to be honest, even when I was completely ready for this world with my Henson, it was a little scary at first. And she reminded me that my hand was shaking a little bit.
nervous.
So when your best friend calls and he says, you know, I think I'd like to start, but yes, we're on our way.
Yeah.
One thing I might suggest to put together is a little kit for such an occasion, because people are going to be curious about what we do. So we're going to put together a little kit like we took over for Joel today.
A bowl,
of
a
a little
brush.
bowl, a little shaving brush.
Some of your
just
samples.
A little $15 brush, nothing crazy, maybe a 24-inch knot so they can see what they're doing in the shaving bowl, right? Because they always start with way too much water, let's be honest. I have to take the bowl, give me that, and dump it out.
So a bougie sprayer may be helpful.
Just a little water, not the Pacific. Those things. And that's why I didn't get into wet shaving, y'all, because I didn't have somebody to stand with me and watch
Show
my
you how
hand
to hold
shake
the
and
angle.
and reassure me that I wasn't going to get cut. And by the way, no weepers at all. This man was a champion, you guys. And there was just something about being able to say, this is what your grandfather did. And he even said that. His mom was there because she knew I wanted to see her and she came over to visit. And he even said as he came out, Mom, Grandpa is smiling.
Yeah, he knows. He knows.
I love that. I love that. So y'all, it's just a little ritual for him to start to develop, and that became obviously quite a big part of our lives. So here, be ready. Be ready, because somebody's going to call you and say, hey, I kind of want to get into wet Boom!
Right.
Jump on it.
Or maybe in the comments, help other people come up with ideas. Like, what was the one you first wished you tried or someone gave to you at the beginning?
And from which artisans can you grab a quick brush and a bowl that you like that aren't too expensive to get started?
Just your go-to kit to give
see
out.
If you like it. Absolutely. And just for those occasions, I actually bought my heavy-duty Merkur 34C just so I could have it to give to the first person who wanted to start wet shaving, because he had a blast with it, y'all. And it's a 2-piece, so it's easier
really
for the
mess it
newbie.
up.
You don't even have to have your hands anywhere near the blade when you're tightening it. Very cool. So we had an awesome day today. Just seeing Joel, for the rest of the day, just sort of feeling and just, and like ingrown hairs used to be a problem with the cart razor for him, and not anymore. Like, it's going to be awesome.
It's just fun to try and share our love that we found for wet shaving with somebody else.
So put together a little emergency kit for yourself that you can have when somebody calls and says, hey, I kind of want to go on over and sit with them. And I know it's a little bit funny, but sit next to the shaving mirror with them in the bathroom and just, when Joel's hand was shaking a little bit, it was really cool just to say, light touch.
You got this. It's
just,
good.
Watch the angle. You got it.
Let the weight of the razor do it. You're good.
You got it. So,
it's just a special thing to have. So in order to feel like you can take someone down the road and introduce them in a good way, if you have things set and ready, it's just like the go-to bag. You're good to go.
And be sure to remind him how much money he'll save.
Right?
That being said, let's introduce our 94th soap. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, what soap do we have for today? This is our International Day, y'all. We're so excited. What's our last one?
We are actually going to be going to Korea today.
Ooh, y'all!
Cool. I didn't even realize they had that.
Yeah, I didn't either. And this soap is beautiful. I don't even know on a first glance if I would have known it was an international soap.
No, I would agree.
And this episode is sponsored by the Wet Shaving Store. So thank you, Andy, for knowing that this might be a soap that we might really like to try on our show. And we're super grateful that you included it in our box for us to try out for free. So thank you, Andy. And let's meet the soap. I have not looked at the scent notes yet, but I have a sinking suspicion that we might be in for a floral scented scent
Right,
today.
just by the label. I don't know. We're gonna
called Blooming Season. Yes, experience the invigorating fresh scent of Blooming Season, the latest creation from Terry's Soap.
Wow.
Oh, inspired by Tom Ford's iconic Neroli Portofino fragrance. Did I read that right? This shaving soap and aftershave splash will elevate your grooming routine to the next level.
Not only will this shaving soap provide a luxurious lather for a smooth and comfortable shave, but it will also leave your skin feeling refreshed and rejuvenated. Well, okay then.
Love it. Invest in your grooming routine and try Blooming Season by Terry's Soap today. You won't be disappointed.
Well, okay then.
Wow, from Terry's Soap, also known as Hwayeon Soap Company. I hope we're saying that right. Wow, this was produced with more focus on texture and scent suitability for spring and summer and recovery of tired skin after shaving.
Interesting.
I love it. I know it's a little bit of the fall season here, but it just takes that long to get from Korea.
We got a little things here. Wow.
Y'all, if you're one of our constant viewers, you know that we are fans of the Tom Ford around here.
Yeah, we've been thoroughly surprised. Marcus didn't have it, but everything that we've smelled that's been an homage to Tom Ford, we can get where the hype is at.
Wow, y'all. And we are starting to recognize the beautiful, rich, deep, complex fragrances that Tom Ford puts together and how cool these homages are. So, wow, let's unbox it. Andy is so sweet at the wet shaving store. Whenever we buy a soap, he usually throws one in for us to look at on the show for free. Keep our little show going. Thank you, Andy.
Is it another tin? Is it a tin?
Whoa. And you know what? Andy's pretty good at knowing what soaps we might like. And we love it when our friends or even artisans or distributors will tell us soaps that they think we should try because they're never wrong.
Have you ever heard of blah, blah, blah? And we're like, no, we haven't. Wow, look at all those stickers.
Y'all,
it is a tin. It totally is.
It's got 360 degrees of labels, y'all.
Hey.
We got the side label, we got the under label, and look at that.
It is really pretty.
Beautiful colors. I love the little guy on there with the glasses, with like the John Lennon Harry Potter glasses going on.
Interesting.
Woo! And a beautiful blue in the background.
Yeah.
I wonder what we are in store for today. Wow. Oh, I'm so excited for this International Day because if you've been watching all 3 episodes, our first 2 were ginormous surprises.
Yes, they
and
really
delightful ones, y'all. So if this is what we're in store for, I am so excited for this first impression. I think it's my turn.
It is. I think Andy can pick that out for you. So
it's funny that the International Soaps, this is our first 2
2 out of 3
tins that are not made of plastic. This is cool. Woo, okay, you ready?
Okay. I'm guessing a little floral, but
I'm guessing. Otherwise, it might be a little mislabeled, right? If there's not some floral in this. Man, there's floral, and then there's floral.
That's true.
Let's see
and
what we got here.
And a manly, more masculine floral is a thing, too.
Actually, let's let them see how the first look at the pour. Let's see.
We don't know what the pour is like.
Is it cool?
I don't know. Let's see.
Oh,
it's very clean looking.
Kind of cottony, like a cloud looked at from above. Right? Oh,
Give
this
it
is
a
nice.
whiff here.
You ready? Okay, here we go.
First impression.
All the way to Korea. Oh.
Okay.
Y'all, this is beautiful.
Another fun international one?
Very different.
Okay.
Very different. So if you're used to an American hamburger and you go somewhere else, it doesn't taste American. Something in the flour, in the bun, something in the meat, something in everything is a little bit different.
You're right.
This is delightfully a little bit different.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, right?
It's floral, but it's citrusy or sweet or something.
Yes, that floral is in the perfect balance to just when you smell it, not have it go completely floral.
Yeah, I wouldn't be hit by, oh my gosh, there's flowers in
when
here.
I smell this, I would not say, oh, it's flowers. No,
Yeah,
it's
more like
it's
a
a
lemony
beautiful
something.
balance with flowers in the middle or on top, maybe.
But it's not like you just walked by a bouquet of roses. You know, it's not that type of floral.
No.
It's very refreshing.
No.
And bright and sunny and...
Oh, absolutely. I can smell the sunlight in this. I can smell the orange that's on the label.
And
What
the
is
yellowy
that?
color. Like, it is actually kind of nice to have during fall because everything starts to get darker early. It is kind of nice to have something like this to just brighten things up.
And there is something on the sales page where this does mention it uses the indigenous smells from Korea. So, y'all, maybe flowers smell a little bit different. It makes perfect sense to me. The climate will be different. The weather will be different. Wow. Y'all, it's got just a little bit of like, not like rose carnation. Get that out of your head. It's not that. It's like a marigold. It's like a beautiful daisy. It's like something different.
And it's something you want to keep trying to figure out. Like it makes you want to keep refreshing your whiff.
Yes, and sophisticated. And if you have flowers that are like all the way sweet to all the way not, these are about here.
Yeah.
Whoa. So you get more of the floral than the sweet. Because let's face it, with floral scents, sometimes like traditional perfumes that are very floral, that floral just kind of pokes at you after a while. Like, the old lady perfumes, you know what I mean, right? Y'all, this is a completely reworked and undone floral.
It is. And I forgot that it was an homage after smelling it.
You're right. It's so good. I didn't even think of a Tom Ford homage. It's a Tom Ford homage. You get that?
Barely at the end, it turns a little cologne-y. But not enough that I would have known from smelling that at all.
No.
That it was based off of a cologne.
Y'all, so we've done a few. We've done 3. We've done 3 Tom Fords. Right. I would not put this on that shelf.
Right? It's super fun that it is.
Oh, it's fantastic. Hear my words. Yeah. But the other 3, you can kind of tell. These are a Tom Ford. This one, this is his own thing, like David S. Pumpkins. It's its own thing.
Yes, but it does have maybe that's what adds the cleanliness to it. Like there's something,
right?
Some of the other international ones that we've had have been really complex scents, like a lot of scent notes listed out.
Yep.
There's something about this being so simple, but so intriguing.
Let's have a growing up conversation. You know how when you smell a cologne homage, we don't use the word dupe here on the Barbershop Duet. I just think it sounds a little disrespectful to the amount of work that are done with some of these. But y'all, when I smell an homage, I know it's an homage. We've done 90 soaps now.
Yeah, we should kind of know.
Right. When we pop one, we generally know if this is the beach or if this is a cologne homage kind of a thing, right?
Right.
This is like an homage to an homage.
Well, and I almost wonder if it's because it does, but I almost wonder like what scents they have in Korea.
Right, because it's like
different.
It took the real and then it took it to Cologne Town and then it took it back again.
Right, but like to the Korean supply.
Right, so it's like an homage to an homage. I don't get a cologne balance in this. I get more of an outdoor, like the label, like a beautiful field of flowers. What do you get?
And even look in the background, it looks like there's like ocean in the picture.
Oh, you're right. I kind of thought that was like
there is something
a
of
plateau,
like that
but you're right. It's the ocean,
like fresh
and that's
breeze
an island off
the ocean. Take a whiff now. Does it have a little aquatic?
Absolutely, I could file this under aquatic, and delightfully so.
But just a subtle hint. I saw the picture and I was like, that's what I'm smelling.
Wow. So y'all, if you were just expecting an FTD bouquet to show up at your house, this is completely different. You know what? I don't even think the first place I go would be floral. Like, I think there's too much of a beautiful balance in this.
It's the undertone. It's just there to complement what else is in this scent.
Right. And you know what? We do live in a place where you can get some phenomenal Korean food.
True.
It ain't simple. It's beautiful in its balance and how high the spices take you and how low the herbs take you. And y'all, I get it. This is an homage to an homage. It's like a Tom Ford cologne that's been broken open again.
Right?
And all of those beautiful scents made more real again.
It's just really fresh. Like, I literally feel like I'm standing in that field on the ocean.
Yes.
Like, that's what I'd be getting.
And you know what? We happen to have a brush from the wet shaving store that would be perfect to put a little air and water in this. Let's see what would happen. All right, see. My double A shades guitar pick. It's perfect for the soap. Oh, it's really super soft, yo.
Wow, that came out quickly.
4 out of 5 doctors prefer bougie. I'm just putting it out there.
All right, let's see what wakes up here.
All right, this is our HC&C lather bowl. This was a gift from Pete at HC&C.
Yes.
Thank you, Pete.
And our wet shaving store.
And our wet shaving store brush. I love this brush because it's really soft, but it has a nice backbone and there's a weight to the handle.
Something about that is definitely fun. Wow, look at this. It's definitely waking up.
Oh!
Wow.
Hello!
Okay.
Knocking on the door already. I know we never discussed lather here in the Barbershop Duet, but...
That was like 2 seconds.
Yo, this was like the 3-second lather challenge we heard about?
Right.
This would be your contender.
Maybe Terry's soap is...
This jumps to life.
Okay. Give a whiff to that.
Okay.
And then we'll compare.
This is the original whiff.
Yeah, got it?
And the aerated whiff.
Voila.
Ooh, a little more of a green edge over here. I'm not just getting the flowers, I'm getting the little plants too, a little bit of the earth.
Yeah, you're outside for sure. You know?
Beautiful. Yes.
This is maybe a slightly bit more cologne-y.
Yep. And
you know what?
I had to apologize for you for doing this thing in the middle of fall because y'all, this spring and summer, Spring and summer. So
Yeah.
if you are a spring summer guy, because look, grown-up conversation, in the middle of February, I am absolutely going to grab Autumn Glory because I love the autumn scents and I want to be reminded of them. So if you're a summer soul,
Right.
if
you
you're a
wanna escape to
spring
the
soul,
beach.
this is going to speak right to you, man. And in the middle of December, this would be a really
This
welcome
would brighten you
wake
up from the
for you.
inside out, for
Right.
sure.
Plus, if you're a morning shaver, get out of town. Wouldn't this be fantastic?
Oh, man.
Like Sunny
For sure.
Delight when you were 12. Right?
But seriously, the adult version.
Yep.
Wow.
And you know what? It is so far beyond flowers that I need to know what else is in this. Let's go to the scent notes. Oh,
Very simple.
here we go.
Hey.
And a repeat. This is interesting. Okay, so we got top notes, middle note, base notes. Okay, here we go. Top notes.
Citrus,
Got it?
floral, check. Orange blossom.
Hey. Okay, got it. So this is why it's not just floral. you
Right?
know?
It's the orange blossom.
And I'd be willing to bet you the floral's more up on the marigold side.
Maybe.
On the
Yeah.
chrysanthemum kind of a
I'm with you.
side, right?
Yeah, I wonder what flowers they have there, but it's close to something like that we'd know.
And then,
Middle
as we
notes.
leave the top notes, middle notes, floral.
Oh, no question.
So there you go.
Okay.
So there are going to be two different florals that play here because they're listed twice. So
Yeah.
the artisan may not tell you which floral is which, but they will tell you there's two different ones. One probably sweeter, a little bit lighter in the top.
Yep.
One of them more earthy and more neutral in the middle. And then the only thing on the base that's evening this out, but it's beautiful because I didn't really suspect it.
No.
Musky. Musky.
Musky.
Love it.
Musky.
Which musky. Ooh, it's beautiful against the flowers.
It is, I have to say, it makes me feel like like when you watch a flower like bloom and blossom,
Yeah.
there's something in that of like the rebirth or
Right.
the regrowth or like just that refreshing,
Yes.
like, oh, beautiful in nature.
Right.
Like it is something about this soap that you get.
Yep.
Like
and
it just, that,
right.
oh.
And do you know where the skill comes from here, yo? Is that they took the flowers and they combined them with muskiness and a couple of other things, and it didn't drag them down. It kept them light, it kept them beautiful, it kept them clean, and it just gave them a bit of a canvas so that you could tell how beautiful and floral those notes really were.
Right. And I almost feel like without seeing the label, just by smelling this, you would have seen like a yellow or a gold or
Right.
something like it does take you there.
Yeah. And it's not the stereotypical American flowers. Like, y'all, I used to work in a funeral home. I know what
You
the
would
top
know.
3 flowers are, and it's not this. These are more of like your garden flowers. These are more of the ones my mom used to plant, the annuals in
Where
the
you
garden.
put care into
this is
them.
more what those smell like, you know, the little flowers, the small ones. Like a big field of them, like on the label, maybe.
Yeah. Do we attempt to take this deeper or brighter? I don't know where we go.
All the way to Korea. Well, now here's an interesting question. You know what's funny? This is totally floral, but I don't think it's for the ladies. Is that a weird thought?
No,
Smell that.
There's something that makes it cologne
Yo,
at the end.
this is a dude flower. Is there such a thing in the United States?
We gotta go Google it. What's
This
a
is
dude flower?
Hey, Korea, my hat is off. This is not for the ladies.
Yeah.
How am I smelling a soap that's floral? That's
Yes.
not for the ladies.
But it's so true. It spins into cologne land. And
Wow.
I'm not sure where.
It totally does, which is great because most of my aftershaves and colognes are not flowers. There are lots of stuff, but it's not flowers. I love that this has found a super masculine, beautiful flower, yo.
I didn't think that was possible, honestly. When you say, you showed
right.
pictures of flowers and then, I was not expecting that.
Now, how much of the musk do you actually get? Because I only get enough of a hint to point me back to the flowers.
I'm with you. I really, and if I hadn't read it, I would not have found it, I don't think.
Oh, interesting.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, I knew there was something under
Right,
it to
but I
be the
don't-
canvas.
Yeah.
But it's sometimes hard to tell like how white the canvas is depending
Right.
on the painting. You know,
And
this
it's
is one
not,
of
it didn't
those,
have
I
a
think.
powder to it. It didn't have
No,
the other masculine things
no,
are
get
not
that
there.
out of your head, right? And nothing in here has that like high sweet note from perfume.
No.
This all stays right in the middle of
It
all
really
of these
does.
beautiful floral scents.
And it's not, some people that aren't crazy citrus fans, it's so disguised in there. I mean, I know there's citrus in it, but again, that's not like the whole prominent thing that hits me.
right. No.
Right?
Oh, I just love the balance in this. So it's pretty simple. A quick trip down to the embassy. You can get your passport. You can
There
get
you
your
go.
travel documents in line. Just take, I think it's 3 or 4 connecting flights. It only takes you about 20 hours. But when you get there, right off the plane,
There you
right
go.
out of baggage check, you're going to see some absolutely beautiful flowers in a little flower bed. Dig them up. Send them here to San Francisco. We'll build them into a shave soap and you can get your own. So head over to wetshavingstore.com. And don't forget to use discount code The Barbershop Duet at checkout. It'll help support our channel too, and we'd be grateful.
Back from using Blooming Season, and I have to say that lather was quite exceptional for my first time using a Terry soap, and the smell is just wonderful. It really does take me to like a springtime escape to a meadow somewhere, and anytime I feel like I need a little smile on my face, like there's sunshine outside, I feel like I'll gravitate toward this, so thank you. Welcome to Messages. So we are approaching our 100th episode.
Y'all, we could not have had more fun or be more grateful or be ready for lots more.
Yes.
So, in that spirit, keep an eye on our episodes. When we get to our 100th episode day, we're going to have a big celebration. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be 4 sponsored episodes from a very favorite artisan, and we can't wait to have you there. International Day, y'all.
Yeah.
A little bit of orange. Do you smell the orange now?
I do,
It's
but it's
coming
the
out in the
orange
lather.
blossom,
Yeah, it's
which is what's
beautiful.
different. And I do have to say, again, we would have never probably picked this out.
Right.
Just by seeing the flowers on the cover,
Right.
I gotta say, we probably would have been like, I don't know.
And let's have a grown-up conversation. This was slated for later in the year, and we realized that we were doing 2 international soaps for today, so we grabbed
had
this
to
one
sneak
as the
this one
third because we had so much fun with the first 2, y'all. Hey, Wet Shaving Store, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode and
Yes.
believing in our little show, Andy. It means the world, and thank you for knowing exactly what kind of soaps
Right?
we would really like. We are so grateful.
Yeah, don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.